Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the RoBuilder YouTube channel. Today we're focusing on Toxic Zone in the turning a free game to 100k Robux series. And as you can see, these three zones, if you're new to the series, look a little bare and bland. But the beach zone right here is looking pretty dang good. And that's basically what we're going to be doing to the rest of these zones. And today, the target is the Toxic Zone. So here's our assets right here. We have more assets actually than we used in the other zone. And I have a couple of kind of cool ideas. Like, I could flip this sideways and use this as like a spill as well as terrain. So that'll be pretty cool. And I'm probably going to go ahead and grab one of these and make that like black and green just as another asset we can use so we have a bit more variation here. This is this weird lime green, actually disgustingly bright. And then black base, there we go. And then I have a cool little crystal thing here, like shards or something. I don't even know what to call them. I just thought they would look cool. And then some rocks, pretty simple, and this little like nuke looking guy. So we're gonna build this. I'll probably start with this one, and I'll check in like each time I get done with a zone, because it does take me a little bit of time. So we'll just start with the start module, and I guess I could do this one while you guys is watching. So to start things off, I think we should use this thing because it's pretty cool. There's not really any detail in it, which you know, kind of stinks. I could have added some more detail, but it's all good. I think I want to grab like this. Let me do Control C and Control V, and we could definitely like put this as kind of leaking on it, like so. Square that in a little bit, and of course, you know, move it back so it actually lines up. Something like that. There we go. And just like that, it adds like quite a bit of what we need. So we don't really want that cutting into anything. There we go. Something like that's good. And then we'll use a piece of this terrain, Control D, and kind of level this up with the back of this just so it doesn't look super flat, and it gives like your eyes just something else to look at. We could put it something like this. Looks good to me. Definitely a few rocks back there as well. And I'm thinking maybe this guy, we're gonna have to make it a bit smaller. And I'm thinking like something like this. It's gonna be kind of weird because at one point, like, I want it up here with everything, but on the flip note of that, I don't want it to be like an obstacle you have to jump over or anything. So I have to be kind of careful here. In fact, let me go ahead and make these can't collide off, just so players won't have any issues when they run past them. We're gonna grab this right here, move it down a little bit, Control D, and I'm just gonna flatten one of them out, make it this neon green color. And I want it to look kind of something like this, actually. That's pretty much exactly what I was going for. So it looks like a spill, but also like, you know, still some normal ground around. I'll just put it kind of like right here. I think that kind of does the trick. And maybe I should flip it. Something like this. I think that's doing the trick pretty good, guys. There we go. Now we can add a little tree in the back. Let's go ahead and just do probably this one. Put that right there. Give it a little bit of rotation. Put it into the ground. And then I'll add a few rocks back there as well. There we go. And I think we could probably add like kind of one tree in the front as well. Maybe even these crystals. I don't want to overdo it, but I kind of want to overdo it. And I guess the starter module isn't really the one that needs to be overdone. Ooh, these could go in here. They definitely need to be a lot smaller. Those can go right there and set into here. And I think that will be our starter module. So now all I've got to do is grab all of this and move it up into the right folder, which is right here. We got to put this into parts, and then we have to take the end, the path base, and the start and move those into the start module folder. So now this one will be fully working. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead, hop in, I'll do another zone, and I'll just kind of check in after each zone is done. All right, guys, zone 2 is done. Check it out. We have a green and black waterfall. I think it matches very nicely. Adds a bit of obstacle obstruction. Okay, so first off, let me get this cast shadow off because it's getting a very weird shadow here that we don't really want because it just doesn't make logical sense. But check this out. So you'll be running and you have a bit of stuff in the front as well that's going to block your view just a little bit. I think it's pretty sick. And this could probably get stretched a little bit. Yeah, that should be okay. Kind of fill up the rest of the zone. Now, the next one I'm going to do is actually the zombie path that I just have a good idea for it, honestly. So I want to make it just look like there's acid all over the top of it. So that's pretty much the goal here, okay? I'm going very minimal, but I think it'll look awesome. So for these ones, I'm going to have Can Collide off and, of course, make them this, like, lime green color. Looks pretty good to me. And then I'm just going to have one more. Let's Control Z to duplicate this and stretch it quite a bit to fill up like the rest of this zone, but it'll be the black color. So it's going to be a lot more flat. It's not really going to go on top of it. Maybe it'll go on top a little bit, but I don't think so. And this can be like that gray type of color. So now we have a little bit out here as well. If I shrink this a little more, no, it's gonna have to stay just around right there. You can't really see this side, so it doesn't really matter. But something just like that. Now I can shrink that back just a hair so it's not peeking out. And maybe forward a little bit too so it's not peeking out the back. And then I'll just add like some rocks. Maybe I'll put the nuke in over here. I think that'd be cool. So I'll put the nuke like up here. It has to be a lot smaller. We'll kind of make this like look like it's coming down, like crashing down. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then what else do we want on this one? I'll probably add a couple terrain pieces. Something like that. We will shrink this one and give it a little bit of a rotation so it's not the exact same. There we go. Bring that over so it connects. And then I think I want to put like a tree and some rocks up here. We got our tree and rocks. Let's just go ahead and place them. Now, I love putting the trees up front because it obstructs vision. Like, even if it's just for a little second, I think it's pretty cool. So let's put those up. Now, we got our rocks, of course, which we're just going to have to kind of place around a little bit. And we'll rotate them so they're fitting real nice with the kind of the curves of the ground. All right, so I think for the zombie stage, something just like this will work. I am going to make this tree up front just a bit smaller because it's kind of strange. Also, I think I'm going to move it kind of like that. So we have just a nice clear view. And I think this is good for the zombie stage. So let's grab everything, put all of it into the parts folder, and then move the start, path base, and end the actual zombie. And there we go. What zone do I want to do next? I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 zones still. Dang. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the mine one next. All right, guys, mine zone is done. Check it out, looking pretty sick if I do say so myself. Now, we do have this little electric box. I figured, hey, why not? You know, it looks all right. The shades of green don't really match up. I may or may not get to those and like changing them, but it's also a nice little change of pace, like a little bit of extra differentiation of color. I don't know if that's a real word or not, but I'm really sending it. I'm gonna move this over a little bit just so we can see it. And I think I'm gonna scale it out this way just so it looks like it takes up like the whole thing. I think that'd be kind of cool. And drag it down just a hair as well. Something like that. Maybe not the whole thing. Probably just like over here. Looks like it's kind of running down. That looks cool to me. So that zone's done. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zones left. And then we will be wrapping it up. So let's see, which one do we want to do next? I think I'm gonna do this one, the little jump pad zone. All right, guys, jump pad zone is done. Check it out, looking pretty sick. I can't wait to play through this zone and actually like see it in game and hope everything is looking as good as it does here. Up next, I have these two, which I'll probably do at the same time because it's the exact same obstacle, just flipped. And then I have this guy, the ladder zone, and then the little breakaway door zone, and then I'm done. So this video is getting kind of long. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do them all real quick, and I'll be back when I can actually play the game. All right, guys, the time has come. We've finished all the zones, and I'm pretty geeked, to say the least, okay? Now, I can delete all this stuff because we're not going to be needing it again. And also, it does look a bit plain at points, and that's because there's no textures on anything yet. I'm going to wait till I finish all the zones like this, and then these two zones, and then after they're completely done, I'll go ahead and add textures to everything for another video, and that's going to bring this thing 100% better, okay, to life more, I guess. I don't really know the right words, but let's hop into the game and test it out. Also, if you're a UI designer, okay, could you hit me up on Discord? Because the UI in our game looks absolutely tragic. The scripter that we have, he's not really the greatest with UI, so if you could, I could probably pay for it, just make some better UI and put it in a studio file so we can just copy and paste it. He can script it and everything, but like making it, like this looks pretty bad as you can see. So just let us know. Let us know, guys, all right? Of course, we're going to start in a zone that we've done absolutely nothing to, so let me just die so I can get to a better zone. I need the beach zone and the toxic one, of course. Why? Don't give me this zone. I don't want it. I want the cool ones, okay? I haven't gotten to this guy yet, so you gots to chill. Oh my gosh, the candy zone. Kill me, little Nas X. There we go. Here's the new zone, guys. So we got a few waterfalls around. Yo, there's actually like so much going on that it's hard to tell what the actual obstacles are. So like, since, I mean, I built it, so I know what all the obstacles are, but if there's like a new player on the game, there's so much like green and black, and it's hard to tell like what's the actual obstacles. So that's pretty sick in my opinion. But it definitely brings so much life to the game and makes it quite a bit more challenging. I think it looks so much better than it did, though. And we're probably not going to get that zone again. I guess we could play until we get the beach zone real quick, just so we can have, like, both of the done zones running through the candy zone. Yeah. Of course, it doesn't give us the beach zone next. All right, here's the beach zone. Let's go. See, this one, the obstacles are very clearly different than, you know, the zone itself. So I might need to kind of rework the obstacles in the toxic zone so they stick out a bit more. Like, as you can see, the jump pad's purple. Like, these are all black and green. All the obstacles are black and green. Just like every bit of everything around them. I'm dying. Rip. But guys, I think that is going to wrap up today's video. If you did enjoy and you want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.